This is uncanny. If I was blindfolded, I could tell you I'm in Memphis. You could smell the barbecue the minute you stepped off the airplane onto the jetway. Joining me on this trip, of course, no, I'm just kidding. Home of the blues, I'm okay with. Birthplace of rock and roll? I think Cleveland might have something to say about that. The glamorous consulting life. Here it is in 4 words. Well, you gotta love this. She said, pick any car I want out of the executive selection. So I got a pile of air checks to listen to. That dictates a CD player. And this particular Saturn happened to have satellite radio.
Street address. Most use of freeways. Calculating route.
And there we are. You know where I am right now? Because if you do, that makes one of us. My GPS and my MapQuest don't seem to agree, and I'm a lot closer to Cape Girardeau than I think I want to be. So we're going to pull off the road and check the chart.
You couldn't be out there.
This crowd is station executives from all across the upper Midwest, interspersed with experts, consultants.
And some of us, too.
If you looked up Radio Brain Trust, you'd probably find a picture of this group here.
And there it is. Well, here's progress. The GPS has come to life after a low temperature warning. But the free prize inside this particular trip is the other markets I get to hear, and in morning drive no less. Earlier, loud and clear, WWL New Orleans, and now as I'm winding my way through Arkansas, KRLD Dallas. If this were a proper reality show, you would see this trip warts and all, including about an hour ago when I got stopped for speeding by a state trooper. I won't even say which state it was. And I probably could have videoed it unobtrusively, but I didn't want to put him on the spot for letting me off with a friendly warning. He had me fair and square. It's a lot of work, but we eat pretty good. First of all, the guy who's paying for it.
Hi. That's right. Glad to be it. First time on YouTube, I believe.
And now the Carpaccio itself. Oh, yeah. It's day 10 of this epic trek. And like the little bunny in the battery commercial, I'm still moving. This is a station steeped in history. Now that is one handsome ride. You take that to an event and they're going to think you're the Duke of Earl. I always got a boot out of this sign. Obviously the boss's parking space. As if the Jaguar wasn't a dead giveaway. Behind the scenes. Behind the curtain in radio.
There's that radio guy.
Hey, that sounds great. That is a terrific voice.
Now here's a guy whose door is always open. And the reason is he doesn't have one. This is not snow. If you're an AM station in the South, this is white gold. I used to manage WTOP in Washington, D.C., where many folks just cannot deal with winter weather. And I always figured that our imaging was on target if it sounded like an asteroid shower was on the way. Yes, blame the media for whipping the public into a frenzy, but own that weather image. This may be generational. You might have to be 50 years old to identify with this. But this is the first radio station everybody worked at. We know this building. This place is like a museum for that entry-level station where we all started the turntable at the wrong speed on the all-night show. Who doesn't know this studio from our radio youth? And the DJ. Remember the DJ? How would Dan rather say that?
Joe Biden, I believe, has really torpedoed his chances for the presidency. That and the fact that he's too liberal. People don't like him. He's failed like 4 times before. His suits look terrible, and really no one likes bald guys that much. But other than that, I believe he's torpedoed himself with this entire Barack Obama deal. By the way, I find Obama to be very clean myself.
Bald guys, come on. Those plugs are very expensive.
We've not elected a bald man to this country in more than 50 years, and that's how it should be.
Look at this affable chap. What is going on here? Talk on FM, music on AM? As Tony Orlando and Dawn sang, I'm coming home, I've done my time. And you know, before my hair went blonde, people used to tell me I looked a little like Tony. I don't see the resemblance at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Providence. The local time is approximately 3:45.
And 12 days later, guess where we are again?
Must remain fastened the entire flight. None of that roaming freely about the cabin crew.